Hello, welcome everybody. Today, we're going to check our dice. We're going to see if they're weighted. We're going to see how balanced these dice actually are. As you may have seen in an earlier video, I recently purchased a set of 35 dice. So that was 5 sets of 7 of these fairly cheap. One of the cheapest dice that I can find. Now there are cheaper sets out there. But this set here was pretty inexpensive to get shipped to Canada. And I mean, they're still a nice looking set too. The gold writing on the gold is a little hard to read, but you know, I'm fairly happy with them. But we're just going to test them out and see how they roll. We're going to compare them to, say, this more expensive set, which was the D&D 4th edition set of dice. Well, there should be a D10 in with these somewhere, but there it is. Yeah, so these are the D&D 4th edition dice. And it was a much more expensive set. But you see you got 3d6 in it. But let's compare them. So let's start off with the cheaper dice. So you drop them in the water. This is a water and salt mixture. Depending on how much water you use will depend on how much salt. You just got to keep adding salt, stir it together until you get so the dice are buoyant in it. But you just drop the dice in. You can see. And then you give them a spin. Here, we'll lower you down here so you can see this better. Give them a spin so that you can see what number shows up. So that came up on a 3. Spin it around again in the water. A 9, which is still in the same facing. 3, 16, 6, 9, 19. I'm assuming that's what's going to pop up the most. Yeah, there's your 19. Your 19 again. Now that's almost right on that side. So the way that these are weighted, these numbers here are going to come up more than any other number. See, we'll drop it in, give her a spin again. See, it flips around to that same side with the 3, the 16, 19. Or sorry, yeah, so 3, 9, 6, 16, 3. Same side again. Keeps coming up that same side over and over again. That tells us there's either an air bubble on this side or there's more green on this side than black, so the green is a heavier. Now let's try it with this other, the gold. New one that I got. So we drop that. That comes up with the... So if my predictions are correct, it will be this side that comes up the most. So the 6, the 9, the 11, the 4, and the 14. Drop it in again. There it is. That same side. 11, 4. Give it a spin in the water. See, it keeps going right back to that side again. So again, when it comes to these, same side again. When it comes to these ones, it definitely seems... Now this, it was the light side that kept coming to the top and not the dark side. Whereas the other, it was the dark side. So it has nothing to do with the weight of the material in it. There's probably an imperfection, an air bubble of sorts. So now let's take the more expensive version from the actual D&D dice. And you can see it's heavier because it took a lot longer to come to the surface. So we are looking, it comes up on straight on this 5 side. So we'll give that a spin again in the water. And came close to it with the 13 side, another spin in the water. The 4. There's that 5 right beside it though. 4. So it's looking like with this one, this is the predominant side. 13, 5, 18, 4, 11. Give her a spin in the water. Well, it keeps coming close to that 5, eh? Yeah, see, there's the 5 on that side again. So again, not perfectly balanced. There's very close to that 5 side again. And again. Yeah. So, I mean, even the more expensive dice, that has the imperfection. So, ideally what you'd do is you'd find a die that was completely clear. Unfortunately, that sinks right to the bottom because they are much heavier dice. and it requires a lot more salt to test these ones. Now, this is an excellent way to test your dice. We could just keep adding salt to find out with these ones too. But again, here's another. This is a Chessex dice, this one. So this comes up on, oh, look at that, between the 8 and the 20. Let's give her a roll. Again, the 8 and the 20. Hey, I should be using this dice. 8 and the 20, but fairly, that wasn't a good spin. Knocked that right around. Wow. Look at that, 8 and a 20. More 8 than 20. Same with that. Just let her roll into it. 8 and a 20. Yeah, so the 8 side more than anything. Like over and over. So this one, this Chessex dice is definitely weighted. Like look at that, over and over again. But anyways, guys, that's the easy way to check your dice. And it'll work with any of the shapes. So you got your D10s. Right, so that comes up on the 8 or 80. Comes up on the 80. Comes up on the 80. Over and over again. 80. You know, try your D6s. On the 3, let it roll around. 4. The D6 is going to probably be greater balance than any of them. Yeah. This one's a little hard to tell. Yeah, it's the D6s are harder to tell. Well, let's see how a D4 works with that float test. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult. This one's almost going to be impossible to tell because of the way that it lands. But again, you can get the D10s in there. Check them out. So that one's coming up on a 7. 4. 4. 4. 1. 1. Is this one going to be random for us? 6, but wanting to drop to the 4 if it wasn't for the hitting the side. 4. 4. So this one does definitely, the 1 definitely favors the 4. Let's go with our D12s. What do we got? Oh, I'd love it if that's the one. That's a 12. 9, which is right beside the 12. 9. Oh, wants to go to it. 9, 12. Right beside the 9 with the 3 there. 12. 12. 12. 12. That's a weighted D12 right there. Let's try this D12. But y'all get the idea. Salt water. Give her a float. You'll be able to tell. This one's coming up 4s all the time, so it looks like my green D12 is the one to go to. So there you go, guys. Once again, if you like what you're seeing here, if this gave you any kind of information or you gained any knowledge from this whatsoever, why don't you do us a favor? Subscribe. Hit that like. Share this around. Let's get those views up. And don't forget, there's a giveaway once we hit 500 subscribers. So if you want to be part of that giveaway, got to subscribe. Till then, have fun with it.